Testing. Okay. Scene. Oh, that's why it's so fucking quiet. Testing. Is it actually? No, it seems to be working. Fuck me. Link. Where's my button? Where's my button? There's my button. I got my button. Oh, okay. Steam VR or Oculus VR? No thanks, I don't have either. Right. Do have egg rolls though. Hey, Rylar. Excuse me while I stretch and make weird noises. Why is there randomly a dice back here? While I'm getting everyone links, I'll have this just running up like a flippin' loon. Soon as it loads. Who else said they needed a link? No, he should be fine. Okay. No. They said before that there might have been an issue where the displays might have flipped. I love that there's weather effects. We're in space. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that when I'm in the thing. Is the audio okay? Hey, Drac. She was synthesized. Back. Oh. No. Okay. Here's the thing on that, here's the thing on that, here's the thing on that. Audio seems, know what, I'll just turn my voice up, which might mean that you guys get static, but with all that's going on, you're probably not going to hear it. I'd like to wait for Rift, but he seems to be a goofy goober right now and is, doing something. But we are going to be doing the campaign all over again, because this is the 1.0 release, which came out last week, I believe, or close enough. This has, they put a lot into the game, and rather than just go over it, I'm going to show it. They've also put an insane mode, which is literally there to, take this down. Which by their own definition is there to punish, or is there for people who hate themselves and want to punish themselves. Please keep in mind that insane mode, as actually says, insane. Your base damage output is drastically reduced. It's cut in half. While other captains get a large damage boost, they do double. Captains do double, and zombies do 4 times. It's recommended if you enjoy pain and suffering. But we will play on normal, and I will turn this back up to 7. Press button. Eat egg roll.
Element 126, resin. Res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time and how to enslave it. Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on Res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually, they sought to ration the use of Res. As Res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually, the primary Res source was discovered. All Res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being, a being awakened by the use of Res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, Res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining Res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire Warpgate network beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. A resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The Void was reborn as a wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage. Precious Res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggle to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
It seems like, yet again, you dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this week. 6 million forms of communication, and I'm yet to find one that can articulate how moronic you fools are. Computer, power up the weapons and shield emitters. The doctor is in.
That is not the voice I expected for Carl. Hey, Rift. 1 moment. Right, let's jump in. X. It's moments like this that I wish I had a camera just so you could see the look on my face. X is brakes? Okay, maybe that was something I put in?
Engagement.
All the pretty numbers.
Super kill. Mega kill.
Dead? I think it's dead, Jim.
Ultra kill. Destroyer of worlds.
Oh. Super kill.
Game over.
Yep.
By the void. Level 13 is truly the bane of my existence.
Carl,
love the ethic.
seriously? Do you realize crew members suffocated on the lower decks because you routed power from life support to play stupid video games?
Silence, imbecile! They gave their lives for the greater good. A scientific mind must stay active, or it would wither and wrinkle. I'll boil any ocean. I'll irradiate a whole litter of Narlakian pups. I'll divide by 0 if I have to.
I told you he'd cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick in the melon. Elsa, he is a liability if we keep him on board.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently dismember you in a panic-induced frenzy.
Everyone, shut up! To the bridge, right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Okay, I like that they put in voice acting, but at the same time... I like that they put in voice acting, but this is not what I expected for the for these characters. Like, I definitely...
Well, I'm glad to see everyone was able to get up at the crack of noon to work towards sustaining our survival. Let me present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic, but what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat this here metal mother. The lady deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh. He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I'd hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabid chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two could be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That core module will give us some elbow room, while those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing following this demonstration.
Which button? Control? Control. What is Alt currently taking up? Input. Tractor. There's really no difference. Come on, there we go.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on that overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic, top-down space shooter we're playing here. This is real, brutal, kitten-eating life we're talking about. Join the rest of us down here in reality.
Oh, see, derp.
Our omnilithium capacitor is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Don't ask me why it works, or it makes sense. It just does. Oh.
All right, I'm bringing the weapons online. If that is indeed what you want to call this garbage. Let's blast open some of these containers. Maybe we can find something to eat that won't make our hair fall out.
I have decided that it would be best if basic resource towing was left up to the ship's computer. These items are too fragile to be handled by Neanderthals. It brought me great pain to watch you struggle with the tractor beam.
Yep, this is SPAZ in a nutshell.
Please assimilate and perform the following diagnostic tests on the kinetic shield system. Your life and my hull may depend upon it.
Run a suit.
modern space-capable engines come equipped with special regenerating boost capacitors. Please practice making rocket go fast now.
Everything is so snarky in this game. Everything. Everything.
I have to say I'm impressed. You're all able to lace this thing back together without eating each other. The only thing that remains is to test the res drive. Mackenzie, start the pre-flight procedure.
From scotch and caviar to beers and tears, how is it that Jameson is the only other one with ambition to dig out of this dung heap? Just cook those bloody engines up and lay in a course for somewhere that isn't here. Please.
Oh, tactical.
Welcome to the Super Ultra Star Map 9000. This holographic interface will allow you to scan all known galactic entities, plot mothership destinations, and communicate with other ships and starbases. Please practice untethered exploration now.
So I like that the hologram actually has glasses. Like, really? Really? Okay. At least I assume those are glasses. Time only moves when you move. All transport. They fixed mining as well. Take your time, plan your action, explore new territory. Blur, 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 blur.
Game saved.
Thank you. All right.
Now that we are finally underway, let me remind you that you cannot simply urinate in the corner and proclaim you are the alpha meat husk. You are a minuscule fish in an otherwise colossal ocean of galactic proportions. Unless you wish to be dead before breakfast, read the advisory overlays I have painstakingly programmed for your survival. Do not just click past them and complain on the galactic forums that you did not get the memo. Ignorance will not be excused. Read or die.
Please familiarize yourself with the star map command functions. If you do not assimilate this information now, it will be waiting for you at dinner time.
Yeah, they doubled the star map, so instead of 50, we now have 100 tiles.
If we tune our warp frequency just right, we can sometimes pick up residual data transmissions bouncing around the old warp network. Though the gates are smashed beyond repair, some seem to be able to hang on to those low-density data packets like a ghostly reminder of our past.
Interesting. Oh.
Human history is riddled with examples of reoccurring themes, throwbacks, revolutions, and revelations. One such reoccurrence is the use of colorful metaphors to heighten one's emotional resonance. While it had been commonplace for even kindergarten children to swear and curse for nearly a millennia, it has recently become taboo. The Anti-Potty Mouth Initiative is a communal-funded program aimed at refining the human language, while increasing speaking efficiency by removing filler slang. The initiative overall has been very successful, while the proposed gore and violence reduction program has not received a single vote. The Friends Don't Shoot Friends in the Face program is not even expected to make it to the voting phase.
Okay, yeah, that I forgot about some of that stuff.
intestines are so long that if you strung them up end to end, you'd probably die.
Oh my.
This here metal mother doesn't like to loot the dead. But what need do they got for intestines?
Man's got a point. Unclaimed. Claimed.
Pillaging successful.
Unlike last time, if someone tries to interrupt you and claim something, it now causes a black ring so that other enemies just
Acquired.
can't take it. Boop.
All right, we're mobile. If you are all thoroughly satisfied, we can finally get on with it. We still have stickies out there, not to mention a laundry list of equipment we need before we can do anything about them. Time is of the essence, and we've wasted so much of it already.
As anxious as I am to find a so-called sticky, we have not encountered one for many cycles. The ship does not yet have a nacelle to stand on. Therefore, we need to scout more easy opportunities to exploit.
Signal detected.
Okay, I'm calling it. We need to shift our focus back to more pressing needs. Everyone on board is expected to understand that the mothership takes priority over everything, including our very lives. To that effect, Mother needs to be fed. If we can't find what she needs, we die along with her. If we cannot trade for what we need, we'll have to take it by force. As cruel as it is, that's just life.
I see fit to enlighten everyone that every action on board consumes something. Don't let these critical supplies run dry. I've gone to the effort of labeling all viable extraction points, as well as indicate...
Oh, I can't skip it.
As much as I detest this hellborn excrement, we're stuck in a universe addicted to res. We are no different. Without it, the res drive will collapse, leaving us to limp along at subwarp.
Find scrap, find goons. Blowing up the mothership is not advisable. Yes, thank you, game. I can't do that, I can't do that.
In an effort to curb interplanetary diseases, just about all our traded goods now have to go through this hands-off filtered interface. Nobody can stab you in the back or shoot you in the face using an interface like this. Just configure the deal, and the autoloaders should take care of the rest.
We really don't have anything. Oh. God damn it, Windows 10. I don't want to fucking restart my computer. Okay, when I restart the stream, I'm gonna have to sort this out. How fucking stupid.
The res-based drive allows free flight across the galaxy, unlike its gate-to-gate predecessor. It does this by creating a donkey carrot-like warp gate signal at a fixed distance in front of the ship. The ship, in an effort to resolve this, is in a constant state of warp motion toward the warp carrot. The ship is oriented by manipulating the parabolic arc of the warp carrot, forcing the warp donkey field to pivot to the operator's will. An undesirable side effect of the res drive is an unsatisfactory exit trajectory. The ship tends to exit randomly near large gravity sources within a few light years of the calculated exit. However, unlike real donkeys, which are often ill-tempered and solitary animals, the warp donkey fields are attracted to one another. This attraction allows ship to de-donkey near each other, overcoming the res drive's accuracy shortcomings.
D-donkey. Okay. Don't think I've heard that in any other instance.
Cargo acquired.
I got cargo.
Finding good, fresh, refined alloys isn't easy. Everyone wants them, but nobody's making them. Even if we don't immediately require scrap, it's good to keep some around for trade. Every space nugget in the void will accept it as currency.
Area exhausted.
I sense some underdeveloped crewmen require contextualization about how urgently we require these basic resources. More specifically, human resources. The ship requires an astronomical volume of periodic maintenance and repair. These tasks are far too dangerous to allow anyone with a shred of intellectual value to perform them. Therefore, we do not turn away many applicants. Remember, the bottom of the pyramid needs the most bricks.
Of course, we need bodies to operate and maintain the ship's systems, but we also don't want to feed any more mouths than we must. Most of our food is fabricated from res. Balance is the word of the day here.
Operate the ship, but if you don't have enough goons, the ship will take damage, consume res, and bones.
Now that we have some currency to spend, we should stock up on strike craft. We do not want to get overwhelmed when engaged by multiple targets. Plus, it gives our enemies something else to shoot at instead of us.
Scanning area.
We wouldn't be a very respectable mothership without some sort of support fleet. I would advise we keep our hangars fully stocked with strike craft at all times. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a healthy menu of ships to choose from at the moment, but that will certainly change in time. Every enemy strike craft we destroy presents an opportunity to salvage blueprints for new ships. Plus, it'll give Carl something to do instead of pissing me off to no end.
Oh, God almighty. Respawn on death. Cost you some command. Destroy an enemy. Yeah. Oh, yay, short buses. Oh. Oh. Like, oh, I have stuff. No, I don't have stuff. Huh. I kind of find it interesting seeing some of these from a different angle. Ah. There. Oh, I can alter these. Yeah, the main function of these is to pretty much open up their shields for me. Later ones will get better. What's a strike? A strike craft is in the what?
Oh, for Gamma's sake. Why did we drop out of warp? Carl, what is wrong with my ship?
Nothing is wrong with the ship, Elsa. I've scheduled a combat drill for today. We're getting a little too soft for my liking.
Jameson, it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's just like in the previous game, the strike craft were the ships that you fly. Oh.
All of the ship's command and control systems are routed through a wireless-assisted simulation. A benefit of such a system is you do not have to be physically on a ship to fly it.
Yes.
You can astral project your command focus to another ship, while delegating the control of the mothership to artificial intelligence. While it would make almost too much sense to allow the artificial intelligence to fly every ship, that theoretically would take all the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Relay point designated. Priority asset designated. Target locked. Obliterating. Position holding.
All right, that's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's try...
Target locked. Obliterating.
What was the button to change? There we go.
We have sufficiently asserted ourselves over this inanimate material. Surely we must be done with these mindless examinations of competence by now.
Carl, you couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag. These drills just might save your life someday. You'd be wise to put this inanimate material to use before trying your luck on something that can shoot back.
Yeah, I'm already good. I mostly know what I'm doing. Mostly.
Behold, my happy place. It is here my power
Oh
grows.
god, that face.
Using the data we have acquired from the sensors, I can refine our ships and equipment. While I would adore being able to refine every single archaic piece of junk on board, the physical nature of the universe forbids it. Treat the data analytics with respect.
Without perch, you will suck and die. Okay.
There is research data that has not yet been allocated. Consider not allocating it, and instead allocate it.
Additive. So, 25 plus 10 equals 135. Don't question it. Oh, very nice. Most important thing in the game, shields. Well, sort of.
Resource.
Now that we have strike craft of our own, we should learn how to fight against them. It's a big galaxy, and we're not original thinkers here. We should be able to locate a border raid to have our way with. They should be no match for the combined force of our mothership and strike craft.
Neighboring star bases, blah blah blah, destroy raids, blah blah blah. Me.
Game saved.
Sun Hunters, formerly the Bounty Hunters, I believe. Miners, duh. The faces are the best! Through the void!
Signal detected. Extracted. Map updated. It is impossible to say for sure where the dark entity came from. Some believe it existed before time itself. Others believe it is responsible for maintaining the precarious cosmological constant through its will alone. Regardless, it is now known that the resource Res stems entirely from this creature. While the entity cannot normally be physically observed, it does have direct effect on the universe around it, flooding space with Res. The function of Res serves to attract technologically advanced species toward the creature, where they can then be corrupted by the dark infection.
Yeah, that's about right. Where am I going? That way?
Awareness expanded.
While I don't even trust my own office chair these days, let me be the first to admit that we can't survive out here without the help of others. We should consider trading goods and supplies with people, rather than trading insults and bullets. If a hostile confrontation cannot be avoided, then we should consider taking off. We don't have to fight every lemon that looks at us the wrong way.
Play nice, make friends. They have not changed the sign-outs, that's great. Fight! No. They don't got none.
When humanity began colonization of the cosmos, a central government feebly attempted to maintain order across the countless worlds. As expansion continued, central government was unable to enforce any laws. Interplanetary diseases ran amok. Worlds became savage as they realized they lived in a lawless state. Nearby worlds began raiding each other for resources without any fear of legal recourse. The United Terran Alliance was founded to bring the dissident worlds into the fold and halt the interplanetary pandemics. Where a democratic government failed, a military one would succeed it. The first stage was isolation. The warp gates were temporarily shut down and encoded with access keys only the UTA controlled. This kept worlds from attacking each other, while the UTA systematically set up individual government cells on each world.
Logical steps. Which direction are we going?
Map updated.
Oh. No, thanks. Derp. Don't fight every lemon.
Following the dark
I wouldn't put it past
infection,
them if they
a
actually
few
did that.
scientists established a group dedicated to the investigation of the dark entity. They reached out to the best and brightest survivors the Void had to offer. Unfortunately, they were plagued by constant bandit attacks until they enacted a minimal contact policy with other factions. Now, they cling to life like the rest of the galaxy, having all but given up on the scientific endeavors it was founded upon. Scanning area.
There we go. First, I need...
Though I am completely disgusted by the idea of cooperating with others in a fashion that implies intellectual equality, it often cannot be avoided. Just try not to get extorted too severely.
I don't want to fight. Is 60.
While the tractor beam is an
Wait,
effective
what?
emergency repair tool,
Rage
you
quit
seem more
pass.
interested in using it to fling trash about the void for no apparent reason. As long as we are in an assembly-safe area, free of any ships and stellar objects, we can program the ship's computer to reconfigure itself.
What? But no, I want more cores. No. This? Oh. Well, that explains a lot. I'm gonna restart early because I'm going to have to fuck around with my computer, so... Zoom... tab. To star map. Alright, I'm going to save here. Abandon humanity and return to desktop, yes. I'm going to be like 10, maybe 20 minutes. Stick around, basically. I'll be back.